Every time you click sign in with Google or connect your Twitter account, that's OAuth working behind the scenes. But do you actually know what's happening? How does that third-party app get access to your data without ever seeing your password? In this video, we'll break down how OAuth works, and then we'll take it a step further. Multi-Factor Authentication. You know that extra layer where you enter a code from your Authenticator app? Why does it matter? How does it actually work under the hood? And I'll show you how I added MFA to our ByteMonk dashboard using Clerk, literally in minutes. This video is sponsored by Clerk. Let's get into it. Imagine you're using a content planner app and it needs access to your Twitter account to read your tweets, maybe schedule new posts. Now, one way to do this, just give the app your Twitter username and password. But that's a terrible idea. You're handing over your actual credentials to a third-party app. If that app gets hacked, your Twitter account is compromised. So how do we solve this? OAuth. Instead of sharing your password, OAuth lets you grant limited access to your data without ever revealing your credentials. Here is how it works. You click Connect Twitter in the Content Planner app. The app redirects your Twitter's authorization page and Twitter asks, hey, this app wants to read your tweets and send tweets on your behalf. Is that okay with you? You click yes. And here is the key part. Twitter doesn't send your password to the app. Instead, it sends back a token. Yes, an OAuth token. This token is like a limited access pass. The content planner can now use the token to access your tweets, but only the permissions you approved, nothing more. And if you ever change your mind, you revoke the token and the app loses access instantly. Your password was never involved. And by the way, I've explained OAuth in much more depth in a previous video. Link is in the description if you want a deeper dive. Alright, so OAuth solves the credential sharing problem. But here's the thing. What if someone steals that token? Or what if someone gets hold of your actual password? And that's where multi-factor authentication comes in. MFA adds a second layer of verification. Something you know, your password, and something you have, like your phone with an Authenticator app. Even if an attacker gets your password, they can't get in without that second factor. You probably used this before. You log in and then it asks for a 6-digit code from say Google Authenticator or Authy. That code changes every 30 seconds. It's generated based on a shared secret between your Authenticator app and the service. So even if someone is watching you over your shoulder and sees the code, by the time they try to use it, it's already expired. And this is why MFA has become the standard for any serious application. Banking apps, email, cloud platforms, they all require it. But if you're building an app, adding MFA used to be a pain. First, you need to implement TOTP, time-based one-time password. That's the algorithm behind those 6-digit codes. You generate a secret key, encode it into a QR code, the user scans it with their Authenticator app, and now both sides can generate the same time-based codes. But you're not done. What if the user loses their phone? Now you need backup codes, a set of one-time recovery codes the user can store somewhere safe. What about device management? Users want to see which devices are logged in, when they last accessed, and the ability to revoke sessions. And rate limiting? You need to prevent brute force attacks on those 6-digit codes. Oh, and the UI. You need screens for enrollment, verification, recovery, and settings. All of this just to add a second factor to your login. Or you can just use Clerk. So here is what I did with our ByteMonk dashboard, and it's a Next.js application. Instead of building all of that from scratch, TOTP, backup codes, device management, the UI, I just integrated Clerk. Let me show you how simple this is. First, install the Clerk SDK. In your root layout, wrap your app with the Clerk provider. So what's happening here? Clerk provider is a context provider that wraps your entire application. It initializes the Clerk client, manages the authentication state, and makes auth data available to every component in your app. Any component nested inside can now access the current user, session info, and all of Clerk's hooks and components. You set it up once at the root level and forget about it. Now, head over to the Clerk dashboard and grab your API keys. And you will get 2 keys, a publishable key for the frontend and a secret key for the backend. Add them to your environment file. The publishable key is safe to expose on the client side. It just identifies your app. The secret key stays on the server and is used for secure operations like verifying tokens and managing users. And that's your basic auth setup done. Now for MFA. In the Clerk dashboard, enable it with a toggle. We use backup codes in case we lose our Authenticator account or device. Clerk gives you pre-built components. For the user profile and security settings, you just drop in the user profile component. And that's it. That's the code. So when user visits the page, they see a full security panel. They can set a password, enable two-step verification, view active devices with browser info and IP addresses, and manage their sessions. When a user enables MFA, Clerk handles the entire enrollment flow. It generates the QR code, the user scans it with Google Authenticator or Authy, enters the 6-digit code to verify, and they are protected. And what happens if a user loses their phone? They can't access their Authenticator app anymore. That's where backup codes come in. If they ever lose their access to the Authenticator, they can use one of these backup codes to get in. And each code works only once. Once it's used, it's gone. And if a user runs out or thinks their codes are compromised, they can regenerate a fresh set from the security settings. Again, all of this is built into Clerk. You don't write any of it. And look at the session management. I can see which devices are logged in. Windows, Mac, Chrome, IP address, timestamp. If something looks suspicious, user can revoke that session without one click. This would have taken me weeks to build properly. And it's not just MFA. Clerk handles your entire auth stack, all with components that are production ready out of the box. So if you're building an app and authentication isn't your core product, don't waste weeks on it. Check out Clerk, and if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.